6 o'clock. May we have a roll call, please, Natalie?
Chairperson Phil Goldstein.
Here.
Vice Chairperson Marty Jost. Commissioner Lisa Bard.
Here.
Commissioner Tom Wood.
Here.
Commissioner Jeremy Holt.
Here.
Alternate Wendy Newland. Alternate Mike Lewis.
Thanks. Commissioners, any amendments to the agenda? Anybody? No. Very good. Alternate voting under administrative, Wendy will vote tonight. Public comment. This is an opportunity to speak on anything that's not on the agenda. I assume we have nobody signed up for general public comment. Very good. Consent agenda consists solely of the approval of the January 17th, 2023 meeting minutes. Commissioners, any additions or corrections to the minutes?
Nope.
Very good. Do I have a motion on the consent agenda?
Move to approve as presented.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The consent agenda is approved. Business items. We have one item tonight. Item 6A, Timnath Beverage Site Plan. Kevin.
Thank you, Chairperson. This is a site plan proposal for a roughly 16,800 square foot liquor store on 1.16 acres of the Timnath Ranch fifth filing. And I do hope you all got my email last night. There was a typo on the square footage of the building. So the original packet said 11,000, but the actual correct number is 16,800. The owner is Timnath Realty, represented tonight by Danny Byerly. The applicant is TB Group, represented tonight by Courtney Stazowitz. So as I mentioned, this is for a 16,800 square foot liquor store within the Timnath Ranch fifth filing, located in blue there on your screen, located just east of the previously approved Come and Go north of Innovate Place. The zoning of the property is commercial mixed use. With PD overlay, and the use of a liquor store is a permitted use with predetermined conditions for that zoning in the Harmony corridor. The conditions that are predetermined for this use are generally for setbacks and hours of operations if adjacent to a residentially zoned lot. Since this property is not adjacent to a residentially zoned lot, those conditions are not applicable for this use. The required parking for this size of a liquor store would be 34 spaces, including 2 ADA spaces, and then 1 electric vehicle charging space per the Harmony corridor. This proposal is providing 46 spaces, including the 2 ADA and 1 electric vehicle charging space. The proposed plan includes 19% of the site to be landscaping, meeting the 5% requirement for the commercial mixed-use zone district. And they are also providing their public gathering space, which will be furnished with picnic tables and benches at the northeast or northwest corner of the site and building. This site plan was reviewed against Section 5.10 of the Land Use Code for compliance with Harmony corridor standards. This site plan meets all of the requirements except for the following waivers that are being requested by the applicant. Staff and the DRC Design Review Committee have reviewed the waiver requests and found them to be applicable. The first waiver request that they are asking for is the horizontal step backs on the facade within the Harmony corridor. This, due to the nature of this building being a liquor store use, the primary perimeter of the building is coolers. So having horizontal step backs within the building provides a little bit harder to design around coolers. Generally, that those are square and rectangular in nature. One of the other waiver requests is in transparency. They are requesting a reduction on some of the facade percentage on transparency due to the potential damage to product within the building. They can elaborate on this in a little bit more if you would like, but having excess light on product within the building can damage it over a period of time. So having that excess transparency does provide that risk. Due to that, they are also providing Additional larger windows in other parts of the building that do not have an impact on product to provide for that additional transparency. So they're trying to make it up in some other areas of the building. The last one is actually a waiver from the commercial mixed use setback due to the nature of this site. On the north, having a 50-foot landscape tract already as part of the Timnath Ranch fifth filing, they would have been required to meet a 5-foot rear yard setback for the commercial mixed use district. With that 50-foot landscape buffer on the north, that already achieves the Harmony Corridor setback requirement of 50 feet. So at that point, staff felt a reduction of that 5-foot rear setback to the north would be eligible just due to the fact that they are meeting setback requirements for Harmony Corridor, and that also allowed them to meet other standards of the Harmony Corridor, such as the 10-foot separation between parking stalls and the building. With that, staff has reviewed this against the development review criteria outlined in section 2.9.9 of the code, and found it to be in compliance with that review criteria. And I will turn it over to Courtney for a brief presentation.
All right, can you all hear me?
Yes, thanks, Courtney.
Yeah, you bet. Good to see you all. Let me try and share my screen. Okay, can you guys see that?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, all right, off to a good start. Good evening, planning commissioners and Timnath staff. You guys know me. My name is Courtney Stazowitz. I'm an associate with TV Group out of Berthoud. I will be pretty quick with this presentation because, as always, Kevin did a great job. I just wanted to show you guys some nice pictures and highlight the quality that this project is. We're definitely pretty excited about this project. I, for one, am really excited to see this commercial portion of the Timnath Ranch master plan sort of start coming to life. So we really think this is going to be a benefit to all of Timnath. I'm going to see if I can change pages. There we go. Okay. So a little bit more background. Like Kevin said, this is located within Timnath Ranch fifth filing, replat number 2. The site arrow points to the general lot, and I've got a picture showing more specifically where it is. Existing zoning is commercial mixed use. We are with a PD overlay, and we intend to keep it like that. The existing land is currently vacant, and we are proposing a liquor store. This is just a quick picture showing sort of the general vicinity of our property. So lot 2 is approximately 1.16 acres. As you can see, we are definitely in the Harmony Corridor. And to our west, we have a come and go going in, and the rest of the lots are currently unaccounted for. This is a quick little rendering of the landscape, just to give you a better feel for what the site could look like when it's fully designed and installed. So as Kevin said, the building is a little bit less than 17,000 square feet. Because we are in the Harmony Corridor, we were required to hit a 5% usable open space, which we're showing with some usable green area along the northwest corner, as well as at the southern border of the property. We also, as Kevin said, provided some gathering spaces and amenities in the way of shade structures and some seating areas. We've also got benches at the entrance of the building. Our thought for the shade structures was kind of if employees want to go out and sit there for a little while in some nice weather, or if vendors stop by and maybe a spouse or someone doesn't want to go in and they'd rather hang out and sit in the shade for a little while, we thought it might be nice to sort of have a space for people to hang out in between working or the rush. Here are some architectural elevations. I won't go into too much detail about this. We do have our architect on the call tonight, and I'm sure he could answer any questions that you might have. But we did work really hard to create a building that runs along with the character that you see already in the rest of Timnath and the surrounding area. This is one final image, like I said, keeping it real short. This is just a quick circulation plan to sort of show you how we have connected to adjacent lots, as well as on the east side, you can get all the way through to Harmony Corridor, the trail that is. Additionally, this little red square is denoting the bike stops, the bike racks. So, you know, if someone from the south properties wanted to ride up real quick and grab their drinks for the evening and then ride back down, they've got a spot to park. So we really tried to think about everyone within Timnath who could use this site and how they'd want to use it. So with that, we have our contact information. As Kevin mentioned, Danny is also in the audience tonight. So both he, I, and Josh are available for questions. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Courtney. Danny, anything to add? Fellas, anything? Okay, I should have had you come up to the microphone and why don't you summarize that again, just for all the thousands of people that are out there listening to us?
So yes, we were approached technically after we finished Brand's Beverage in Windsor, where we have multiple investors that are from Timnath, and they basically said it'd be a good idea if we get one of these in Timnath. And John Turner saw it after literally a few months after we built it, and basically we talked about long-term wise because we have to wait 4 years for the next application for a license. And Russell right here is my business partner. And so once we got past the 4-year period, we went into the development process to come in there. And we pretty much are a part of the community. We invest and donate a lot of different stuff to children's charities and to cancer charities. They're all local. And all of our investors, all of our subcontractors, when we build and everything is local. So 100% of all the money that we generate stays in the local community.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners, this is a site plan application. There's nobody here anyway, so there is no public comment anyway on a site plan. Commissioners, questions for Courtney, Danny?
I've got a question.
Tom.
Kevin, refresh my memory. I think that state law requires 500 feet from a school for a liquor store.
I believe that's correct. But with it, school would be well outside 500 feet. The Bethke Elementary is well outside of 500 feet from this location.
Would it be measured from the school or would it be measured from the Peanut?
The Peanut is not the school district's property. Only the south half or the south third of it, where the school actually is school district property. The rest is the town-owned property. So it would be, if anything, measured from the school property, which is well outside 500 feet.
Okay.
And it's my understanding actually with churches and schools and other liquor properties, it's front door to front door.
Thank you.
I have some questions, but anybody else first? What are the hours that you're anticipating that are approved and allowable by the town too?
Well, for instance, Brand's Beverage operates, we don't stay open past 11 o'clock. And most of the time that's on a Friday and Saturday. On Sundays, you know, it's, for instance, winter hours now, we're about 7 o'clock, but normally it's 8 o'clock on Sundays and 11 o'clock during the week for summer. And then we take an hour off of that during the winter period.
And
I'm sorry, we open at 9 o'clock.
okay, thanks. Thank you. Lighting. I thought somebody else might ask that, but I'll go ahead and ask it. In keeping with the gas station next door, we had a couple questions, and I know council did too, about lighting. Staff, any comments on the lighting?
Nope, this
at
is,
night,
since
well
this is a
within our
standard,
standards?
since this is a standard retail use, their lighting meets our criteria. It's not as, like a gas station. They're have their lighting cut off at property line as per requirements, and the requirements are that lighting must be extinguished within an hour after close of business unless it's for security reasons.
Other questions? All right. Seems pretty clear to me. With that, Courtney, anything else? Yeah, I almost forgot you're there. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think it's good. Thanks.
Okay, very good. Do I have a motion then, commissioners, on business item 6A, Timnath, boy, I'm having trouble with that tonight. Timnath Beverage Site Plan.
I move we approve the site plan.
All right, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Welcome to Timnath.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Courtney.
Thanks.
Reports, commissioners. Commissioners, anything? Staff, anything?
Yeah, I've only had one item. Next week, Tuesday, the 14th, you should have received something in your email. If you haven't, let us know. But there's a work session with town council, and it's going to be on ex parte communication given by our contracted town attorney. Then it starts at 4:30, goes till 5:30-ish kind of a thing, depending on the content and questions, but it's an invite for all planning commissioners, and I strongly encourage you to attend because it'll be the same, you'll be hearing the same information the town council will be hearing and be able to ask questions and get some good input on that. So if you're available and able to attend, please do so.
Matt's at in here or in the community room?
At the moment, I think it is in here, but I'm not sure if that's going to change up depending on the layout. So we'll see.
Great, thank you. Everybody, I hope got that email.
Yeah, I had to change my Valentine's Day dinner reservations for you.
What time do you go to dinner, Tom?
We're gonna have lunch instead.
Okay, thanks.
All right, staff, Don, anything?
No, I'm good.
Thank you. Chad, Kevin, anything? Okay.
We're good.
All right, with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Do I have a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.